What is up, legends? We are back with some more HypeWatch. All right, so we got plenty of hype to actually watch this week. Starting off with Rebirth Master, which is an idle game. I have been hearing that this game is a little bit different from the normal idle games. Which every time I hear that, I'm like, okay, let me see. Let me close this down. Let me see if that's actually true. Now, this right here actually is a little bit different. If that all right there is the true screen, because sometimes they try to hype it up and put a little bit of JPEG hype on that, and like you got all that. I bet you that sparkle stuff is not even there. But if it is, that actually looks good. But that's not actual gameplay, because you know they're kind of highlighting all this. Whenever I give you a hint, ad wise, when you know your game isn't as solid, you lead with the impact shots, which is what this is doing right there, and make the gameplay itself small. If you look at the top right there, the gameplay is small and the impact shot is large. The minute that I see that, I'm saying, uh-oh. Like, if your game is really legit and really up to par, you don't need the impact shots. You put the character right next to the gameplay and then let the gameplay rock. This top screen right here already looks like hella bland, in my opinion. However, I'm going to give it a shot. I could be just talking junk, and then we get into the game, and then we actually like it. But, like I said, this has been getting a little bit of hype, so I have to just put it up. So, for HypeWatch, of course, that we're watching, I pre-registered. So when it's out, we'll see. I've seen, actually, somebody played the beta, and I was like, okay, it's on the edge, but I have to see when I play it. So, Next up, we have Wind Phoenix XP. Now, it's actually a normal game, but this is the mobile version of the game, and this person actually put this up. Real Game House Speed Dating. That's really the person's name. Okay. So the game in itself, like as you guys can see, it's not going to let me do that, is it? Now, it realistically has okay looking graphics to it. Just okay, but you can see that they're going with the whole chibi thing on the bottom, and then the characters themselves have a nice look to it on the top. Like the girls are extra bootylicious, and the guys are all like Fabio, pretty type of dudes and stuff like that. Like you get it. Sex sells on both genders. Also give this person some credit because they put the video up, and I'll just put the link in the description to their video so you can give them some love or whatever else if you like the game or if you're a fan of the IP, because I've been told the IP is actually popular. I don't know anything about it. I'm not going to act like I know anything about it, but I do want to actually hype it and keep it as a watch. So, when it comes out, we'll see if it's actually pretty good or lame and we'll just forget it. Next, Doomsday of the Dead. Ignore the typo because for whatever reason they couldn't spell Doomsday. I don't know why. Again, been told that this is getting a little bit of press and hype. There is some videos up on this right now. It looked okay. It looked like one of the typical clone type of games, but as you can see, like with this, with the boss mechanics was a little bit different than what I was expecting, because it's like a real raid boss and you actually get to take it on and it looks fun. This part right here looks fun. Like the rest of the game looks pretty generic the way that the rest of these clone games look, but the raid stuff right here doesn't. Like when they start introducing raid mechanics where you actually need to get good and beat stuff or you're gonna die in red AoE or something like that, that's actually lit. I appreciate that. I 100% appreciate that. So we'll see. Doomsday of the Dead. If you haven't pre-registered right now, you don't know. The link will be in the description again. And I, as you guys already see, have pre-registered. Time Defenders. All right, so Time Defenders already showed you guys up on a HypeWatch video, but I also want to show this video because I don't think I actually showed it, or maybe I did, but we're gonna look at it again. The animation for this game actually looks pretty good, and the the premise behind it, if you guys haven't noticed, there's a lot of strategy anime games coming out now. It's not like a fad. They already, like, when the games come out, they already been in production. But we just think that, oh my god, they're all coming out at the same time, and this was a plan. What ends up happening a lot of the times is companies see what other companies are doing, and there's been, like, you know, obviously Arknights has influenced that. Obviously Counterside has influenced that. Counterside didn't have the success as Arknights did, but it is a success, and globally wise it is a success. It's a lot of people play that. There's a lot of pre-res and everything else. It pretty much looks, you know, like it's gonna be this time to finish. Whoa, what hello? Oh, Baki. No, we don't want to see, cancel. We do not want to see Baki. All right, so so it looks like that might actually be relatively good, something to watch. All right, so speaking of watch, Yokai Watch came out yesterday. Today's the 11th when I'm doing this video. Yokai Watch came out yesterday, and it got a lot of hype because Yokai itself is a pretty big IP. It's Pokemon big, but we probably don't, over here in the West, don't really pay much attention to it. And every time they try to bring it over, it doesn't do that well. It had a Final Fantasy collab. Speaking of which, your boy is playing Final Fantasy right now, as you guys can see. I'm grinding my Blue Mage right now. Chilling. Did a raid earlier, going to do another raid, try to get another raid piece, but we'll see what happens with that. But, you know, I multitask like a boss. Speaking of which, are you done, Storm? You are not done. Look where your boy at. Level 99. I don't have any more quests to do on her. That's where she's at, 96%. People say this game is pay to win, but I'm like, because it seemed like you can just make all of the gear that you could buy if you would just take the time to actually do it. Like this stuff, like what he just got right there, you can make it. There's a crafting station, like it's all RNG in the crafting station, but so is the summons. Like I've summoned like 50 times so far and haven't got anything like useful for that I wanted. So, you know, it just depends on your luck if you actually got anything, but you can make the gear. So I don't really see like what's the pay to win other than you getting stuff faster than everybody else. And like, you know, somebody had like level 100 like after like 2 or 3 days. I'm like, okay, grats, you didn't get any sleep. I went to bed, you know, went on a date, played with my kids. Like, and I did like 10 videos, including this one that you're looking at right now, and I'm gonna get there basically kind of for free. So I'm like, no, sometimes when people say stuff is pay to win, I think that somebody is just saying pay to win because they don't want to actually do the work, and they're upset that somebody else didn't have to actually do the work and they just paid to get to the place faster than them. When I don't think that's pay to win. I think that's actually called something else. And what I call it is pay to be lazy. So, anyway, speaking of which, all that, Yokai Watch, it came out. You guys could try it out if you feel like playing it on a JP server. If you are a Yokai fan, some people are. Again, it's not my cup of tea, but gotta mention it because it's there. And next up, second to last, is Near Incarnation, because that's coming out the 28th. A lot of people are hyping this, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I played this to max in the JP server, and I'm like, I like having 2B and Kane and the same team, you know, double 2 booties and stuff. Like, I appreciate all that and everything else, but the rest of the game, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. This might not be what you think. I know I'm a Square sponsor and everything else, but I gotta keep it real. Y'all know I don't just say stuff to be saying stuff, and nobody gonna make me say stuff, and I don't know. Like dial back your expectations a little bit. Dial that back a little bit. You know, Like, just, have it come out, have fun, find out the storyline, because the Nier storyline actually this is a sequel to the Nier storyline. I don't know why Yoko did that, but whatever. We're just gonna go with that. But yeah, so we'll see. And last but not least, Tower of Fantasy. If you have not pre-res yet, you may not get a chance to play this game, because like Punishing Grey Raven, it's packed out the wazoo. And if you have registered like I have, what I suggest is the minute this game goes up, hawk it. Do your best to get in and register your character, because if you do not, you probably will not play even if you did register, because it's Genshin levels of packed, which is amazing, because people complain so hard about that game having, the other game that I covered having Genshin aspects in it, but somehow don't complain that Tower of Fantasy is a raw ass Genshin clone. It plays like Genshin, it sounds like Genshin, it looks like Genshin. When you get into the game, the opening storyline is pretty much like almost a scene for scene, action for action, and theme for theme like Genshin. But I don't know, guys. It's like people pick and choose when they want to be offended. That's all I got for you guys this week. Be legendary. Again, with this game, if you have pre-registered or if you have not pre-registered, you have two choices. You can pre-register here, you can pre-register on Q app. Actually, three choices here. You can pre-register on Bilibili. I don't think you can on Bilibili anymore, because usually when they are full, they stop it. So if you might have a shot at Tap. So register. All links will be in the description for all of this stuff that you see in the video, so you can register or play if you see fit. Thank you guys for watching. It's another week of HypeWatch, and happy Sunday, and hopefully you have a good Monday. Peace.